Hello and welcome to Vengeance 2017 here at Element Games. We're here for round 4 and we've got co-creator of Guild Ball, Rich Loxham, against Henry K. So Loxham,
Irish champion.
Irish champion. Yes,
Henry
well,
K.
good stat. It is Loxham's Union, the Solthesian themed, custom sculpted for this event. That's abusing director privileges, in my opinion.
Yep, sure.
Against Henry K's Engineers. So we've got the other co-creator of Guild Ball in the same matchup. Let's see if he does any better than Matt Hart back at the start of the day. I'll go onto the pitch now. So Lox there showing off his chibi cards.
So Lox has gone for Blackheart and Coin, and Ballista and Mother. I'll run through the 10 after they've done their team selections.
Yep.
So we've got Blackheart and Coin.
Blackheart
and we have
Coin.
Ballista and Mother chosen so far. So obviously this is the flip of the match we saw with Matt, where Rich is playing the Union. Let's see if he can do as well as Matt's opponent did.
Who was
round 1.
That's Mother, isn't it?
It is Mother. So looks like they're taking some time here to sort out plot cards and that stuff. So I'll run through the 10.
Yep.
So Lox is obviously using Blackheart and Coin.
Yep.
The other 8, he's got Seasoned Brisket. He's got Harry, Gutter, Mist, Grace, Benediction, Decimate, and Avarice and Greed.
Okay.
And Henry's 10, Ballista, Mother, Pinvice, Salvo, Velocity, Compound, Colossus, Ratchet, Hoist, and finishing off with Harry.
Cool. Right, so I've not seen a roll-off or anything yet, so not sure who's going to be.
I'm not sure if there must have been a roll-off because we've seen them switch sides. Looking in the dice tray there, I could see a 1. I don't know what the dice roll was on the other side.
Now, I know Lox likes to use all the swag he can get, so if he's using limited edition dice, he's probably got that 1.
Matt Hart just popped his head over the counter to offer his support.
He really wants Henry to win this one, 12-0.
And they're just laying the cards out here, ready to see what goes on.
Henry K there, psyching Lox out, showing him all these cards.
Yeah, place bets now on how long it takes one of Lox's 3D printed models to break.
Yep. 3D prints are notorious for snapping if there is a slight breeze. So, unsurprisingly, Harry the Hat goes down first for the Union.
And it's replied with...
Velocity. Regular. Correct choice. We then see... Is that Grace or Benediction? I'm not got used to their art cards yet.
I think it's Benediction.
Benediction, Big Ben?
I think it's Big Benny.
No response yet from...
I suspect we're going to see Compound.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Or maybe a Harry in return.
I know Henry. He's one of our locals from the Element Games Gaming Centre, and he does really like Harry. I would be surprised not to see him in the lineup.
And he does go for Harry by the looks of it. Yep, so he goes for Harry.
Yep, Harry.
Lox replies with Mist.
With Mist. And then Compound goes in.
And Decimate.
Good old Deci.
And the final one, I'm not even sure what I'd say. Maybe Ratchet. Ratchet's not out yet.
Let's see, what are his other choices? So obviously Salvo, Colossus, Ratchet, or Hoist. I'm surprised to leave Hoist at home.
Henry's really not sure. He's min and R-ing, and he's gone for...
He's thought about Colossus.
To go for Colossus.
Oof. Already. Lox there using the Art of War Farmer branded.
Yeah, Farmer branded, of course.
Of course. And his box of swag of all the various influence tokens that you can earn at the US Championships. He's just helped himself.
You'd have thought he'd have been able to get a decent box to store him in, right?
You'd think so.
And
he goes for Colossus from Henry there.
He's got 3 2-inch melee players in that lineup.
That's much better than what Matt had.
Which is
he obviously
a good
watched
choice
the stream
because Lox has 4.
Lox has 4.
So he's got Blackheart, Harry, Mist, and Benediction. 4 2-inch melee players.
Yeah.
And then he's got Decimate and Coin to fill that. I haven't seen any Strongbox on the top table yet. probably because we haven't seen any vet rage. But I think Strongbox is okay with Brisket.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it gives her attack 6 effectively. So, Engineers there kicking off. They chose the other side of the pitch. They wanted the terrain favourable to themselves, potentially just denying Mist the close cover in turn 1.
Granted, I don't know really what that achieves when you look at how close the cover is at the bottom of the board.
On that side, I mean, Mist will get Shadow-like because there's one Solthesian model, and
I could only assume there's more into that than just that piece of cover because you've got a piece of cover diagonally opposite it anyway.
I think potentially something that we've not seen from other players is this side of the pitch that Henry has chosen has some quite blocked off goal lines.
Yeah, it's kind of you can bottleneck.
You can bottleneck to go through that middle bit. Whereas obviously for him going onto Loxham's side, there's quite open shots on goal.
So Henry gone quite spread, obviously looking to take advantage of that fast ground on Colossus.
Yep.
And then you've got a central pack of Ballista, Compound, and is that Harry? I'm guessing
yes,
in that middle pack.
Harry's at the end here. You can see
Harry's down at the bottom there.
Who was the other one?
So I'm assuming that will be Velocity.
Yep.
I say I'm assuming it has to be.
It has to
that's
be
the only player that's left.
It is Velocity.
It is
confirmed. Oh, pizza.
Let's talk of pizza. It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day. I've got a pepperoni pizza arriving later today, and I cannot
Texas
wait.
Barbecue.
Oh, do you want to do some swaps?
No.
All right, fair enough.
Keep your pepperoni with your lame tomato sauce.
So in the Twitch chat here, Schooloff says, I like the side Henry is on a lot better. Keeps our goal harder to get through the terrain while leaving our options open for very open scoring because the other side is so much more open. Yeah, that's exactly what we said earlier on.
The thing you do have, though, if you were to go the other side, which does play into how engineers often want to play when you're using Velocity, you've got cover to take advantage of when you're looking to set someone up as a snapshot turret.
Yep.
So Henry doesn't have that option so readily available. Granted, that piece of terrain on Rich's side towards the bottom is potentially in range of 8 inches.
8 inches for the snapshot, yeah.
As I said in the last game, we have the same view everyone watching the stream has of the pitch, so we can't, unfortunately, get any more
we do
precise
have
measurement.
Obviously, you guys have got the names and... camera guy, if we can switch the names around, they swap sides on the board. We can see the very edge of the board, you guys can't, but if anything does go on there, I'm sure we can sort something out and we'll keep you informed. Yeah. So Colossus here kicking off, getting onto the onto the fast ground. Coming off of it though, by the looks of it, and kicking into some rather questionable space. The kick is successful, so Henry will get to re-roll this if it goes all wrong. Goes 5 inches in the one. He's going to re-roll it, and it's going to go 1 in the one, which will.
I don't think that's going to clear.
That's not going to clear the halfway line, so Loxham will get to place it.
As you can see in the camera at the top there.
Yep.
So
they can't see that.
Gets to put that on whoever he wants.
Yeah. Oh, he's very bunched up, isn't he?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to have to refresh myself on Ballista because he has changed a lot since Season 2.
So he's got Minefield, which he can trigger off his playbook and just pop up. That's no longer
that's not his legendary. His legendary is Breach.
So it's basically a shot from downtown that ignores everyone.
And knocks them all down.
And then he's still got Deadbolt and Second Wind. So not too different, but he has got a hugely revamped playbook. So
but he's not got Flurry, which is what I was just thinking of.
Yep. No, he does not. However, Salvo does, and Salvo wasn't taken. Was available.
Was available, not taken.
Didn't take him.
Obviously,
granted, he can't predict that
you
Lox
can't predict Lox
is
going to do that. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can. It is Loxham after all.
Just exchanging some stats to try and check what's
going on.
I suspect what's going to happen here is Henry would go backwards half an inch to gain that fast ground and basically come out of that movement +1 inch and a half up.
Yeah. Be interested to see what plot cards they have because Colossus with Wingback is fantastic. getting the one momentum, the one influence charge on a model.
And
that
also
capped
the
at
option
3.
of the when you haven't moved the additional range in a character play. That's also a pretty solid one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
also really good
Ballista,
on really good on Mother.
Yes.
Downtown Burrows.
Oh, we have just lost connection from the camera. Seems like somebody has just pulled the wire on the camera. So apologies.
We'll continue to talk, but we can't see anything.
No. Team choices seem a lot stronger. Both players seem to know what they're doing this round compared to the very first one. Camera guy is frantically trying to sort out what's happened. Likely is that somebody's pulled the HDMI out of the camera and being uncareful of their placement. Somebody's rolled over it with a chair. Oh, it's all gone green on our screen.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
How is this for you guys?
Okay,
Hey,
and
we're back. Thank
there we
God.
Go. We're back.
Yeah, uncareful gamers around us. Sorry about that, everybody.
So inconsiderate.
No, we didn't lose the stream. You can hear people chatting in the background.
All
right, so oh God, look, Lox's influence is garish on the screen.
Oh,
Lox,
that's not uniform at all.
It makes me hurt a little bit inside. So, who did he give the ball to? I can't
Decimate? I mean, I don't know what the models are because he's got these silly custom ones.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing Decimate. Guessing how far it's going, Decimate.
That's definitely
miss.
Decimate. Acting to get into cover.
It's missed, isn't it?
Is it missed?
It must be.
Yeah.
Going.
So Decimate in this one is not the fencing forward pose. It's, if you imagine it, kind of looks like a plus sign. Decimate's got them down at her sides, pointing upwards.
Kind of a Wolverine-y pose.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with the blades going out sideways. Mist is the limited edition Mist, so is
of course it is
identifiable. Benediction's Benediction, that's not changed. Blackheart is the Kickstarter version, but with Solthesium Mask. Coin, we can tell which one Coin is because it's so small, and Harry hasn't changed either.
Okay.
Henry there just having Compound get within 4 inches of the goal to set up Rush Keeper. And Coin giving somebody bag of coffers, no doubt. Giving it to Mist. Quite a defensive first turn from them both so far. Do you think we'll see a first turn goal?
I mean, it depends on the positioning of Compound, really. You'd assume...
So Compound's moved. He's gone within... Whilst you were busy, he's gone within 4 inches of Henry's goal, so there is Rush Keeper. But he's very central.
So he's got Rush Keeper. Did he Horrific Odor?
I did not see, and Henry does have... yeah, he's got a token next to him, so yes, Horrific Odor is there.
You've got Harry throwing a Molotov in the middle of the pitch just to make things a bit more complicated. I can only assume that Rich is packed so tightly ready for Harry's hat.
Yes, yeah. Harry's hat and Blackheart's on my mark.
And T-Wonders are up, and he's going to
Throw his
reply
own
with a bit more fire.
Shutting down all these channels. Clever, keeping Colossus at bay.
Another dirty tape measure user here.
We apologise for our bosses.
Not representative of the company.
Yeah.
Not representative of the company's view on tape measures.
Nope.
So 6-inch movement from velocity and throws up nimble.
Yep. Safe move there.
Cagey. Really cagey start.
From everybody. Benny moving up.
Big Benny.
Just walk up. Pass the clock back over to Henry.
Arguably the MVP of the game we saw him in
when
Matt was playing. He kind of did nothing and then just kind of governed to the end of the game.
Yep. I still think we should have seen Benediction take that shot on goal.
Yep.
So Mother coming up here, popping down
a... So very clustered in the middle of the pitch there.
So
fighting talk from Henry.
Yeah, Henry there calling out Locke saying you've actually got to do an activation now with your influence. And Locke's really not wanting to do either of them.
The way he set up gave me the impression he wasn't really sure what he was going to do. It almost seemed like muscle memory set up, because Henry clearly set up knowing what was going on.
What was happening.
And the way Locke's set up, generally, if you've got someone out on a wing like that, you tend to set someone up on the wing also. And then Locke's got really, really fortunate with that kick scatter.
Oh, yeah.
Because had that gone...
You know, as the receiver where the ball is, Mist was in an okay place to go and retrieve it, but would have ended up very deep next to Colossus, and that's an unexpected arrival off the board, essentially.
So Henry questioning if Rich is... reminding Rich that he has Shadow-like and questioning if he wants to take it.
Yeah.
Rich replies by actually doing his Shadow-like.
Yeah.
And then I think this is going to be a pass to Mist. So that model that went earlier must have been Decimate.
Must have been Decimate with second wind, yeah.
We've got confirmation that this pass is going to Mist, and he nails it with a 4 and a 5. And he does an on my mark.
On my mark from Mist back to Blackheart.
And then I'm guessing this is going to be another pass back to Mist with the last influence on
potentially, yep. So 3 dice.
Yep,
successful.
Gets 1 success on that, but it's successful.
That's all you need. So Rich here has the Schooloth in Twitch chat. Yes, there is a spider nest between the fire circles. Now, Lox here needs to make a choice if he wants to dodge forwards 4, because it is free, but just because it's free doesn't mean you should do it.
No. He has to be wary of that range knockdown from Ballista.
Oh, yeah.
Because if that ball ends up in no man's land, it's going to take a while to pick it back up.
Yep.
And that's best case scenario. Worst case scenario is it goes straight towards the engineers.
Yep.
There's one thing that this Union team will really struggle with, which is getting that ball off a nimbled velocity.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think anyone struggles with that, really.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's her job. Henry here telling Loxham what he would need to do to go and score.
So basically what they're measuring out here is a 4-inch dodge, then a legendary from Blackheart. Then
dodge 2 inches, then a jog to engage.
But is that a jog? He can't... Oh, he's got 2 influence left on him, so he could sprint and then shoot, but he would be engaging compound. But because of the horrific odour, he can't take the shot on goal.
Yeah, don't get baited, Lox. Don't get baited.
There's a joke in there.
Yeah.
About Henry being the master of something.
We'll keep that one to Twitch chat. I think.
Yeah, Twitch chat can just work with that.
Yeah.
He will play the safe option of just getting a thumb.
Yeah, just getting
up his bum.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the right thing to do.
Passing it back to Mist, I'm assuming.
Back to Mist.
We didn't. Oh no,
to Decimate.
So we didn't actually get a declaration of where that was going. He just said we'll play it safe, and then rolled the dice.
An interesting one. I'd have definitely sent it back to Mist, because then Mist can do something.
Activated, but you know,
we're not the players.
Maybe we're still not going to see a turn 1 goal.
Maybe not.
4th game in, no turn 1 goal.
Oh, we saw one. We saw one. Morticians, Obulus. Turn 1 legendary.
I stand corrected. We still haven't seen a turn 1 goal from the person that received the ball.
Correct. Yeah.
Am I right in saying at the end of every turn from every game we've covered, the person that kicked the ball has had the ball?
I can't remember game 1.
Game 1...
Union Engineers.
Union Engineers.
No, Harty definitely had the ball and did nothing with it.
Kept it for the entire game.
Yeah. Which obviously is a tactic that directors like to do, apparently.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yep. So 1 left on him. What's he going to do?
Is he just going to sprint? So he just
jog.
Up. And the turn passes over to Henry. So cagey.
Such a cagey game. But I think this is the sort of standard we'll expect to see over the next couple of games. These guys are both on 3 wins each.
Yep.
Looking to get their 4th and take themselves into the top table playoff, or top tables for day 2.
Day 2.
Matt Hart continued. I believe he got 2 wins in the past 2 games, so he's only 1 behind Lox, and he's really, really rooting for Lox to lose this game so we can draw level if he wins.
Yeah,
a little bit of inter-office rivalry between these two. So
now checking range.
Checking out Just checking. So that's 9 inches, which is his charge. And is it?
Somewhat confused as to what's going on.
I believe Colossus is charging Mist.
Yeah.
And that takes him up to attack 9.
Yep.
Now, as Loxam here, do you bother defensive stance in this, or just take the hit?
Just take it.
Take the hit.
With 2 armor when you attack 4.
Well, not counter-attack, but defensive.
Oh, defensive stance.
To go up to 6s. So there we got 2 hits from Colossus, which he has chosen the momentous knockdown, so it's now 4s to hit.
I think you probably do defensive stance that, just to try and...
You force singled out to happen then.
Yeah.
Well,
you just force the lack of
successes,
momentous result.
which is... Henry takes the momentous knockdown push. Already knocked down, but 2 momentum for Henry.
He drags him in.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if that was the knockdown push or the push. He only got 1 success.
No, 4s, because it's knockdown on the previous one.
Oh, yeah. Did Henry do that?
Henry got 2 successes on the charge, which was the momentous knockdown.
Okay.
And then on the second attack with 5 dice, he got
there.
3 successes.
I am caught back up.
We're all
I know
good.
what I'm talking
We're
about.
all
I
good.
promise.
It's late in the day. And if you're going to be around tonight, I highly recommend tuning in for the live stream of the Q&A.
Yep.
It's going to be a doozy
Wow.
of a Q&A.
Just said doozy.
Doozy.
Nicely done.
So Shod like away because of Benediction.
Yep.
Within 6 inches of a Solthesian model.
Yeah, and
Then spend the momentum to remove the condition. So it looks like Loxam is on 1 momentum. I believe he uses his Roman numeral dice.
Okay, yep.
To track it. And Henry has the... I can't remember which company makes them off the top of my head, but he's got the dial tracker.
Yeah.
And is
I think it's Bendy Boards that makes
Yes,
them.
you're right, it is. Is on 2 momentum. Generated from...
And Mist just going for a wander across the pitch. So
yeah. Getting all up in Ballista's grill.
The thing is, Rich kind of decided to stop worrying about the Ballista threat.
It's because it was
a bit
going to happen.
too late. Like, you kind of accept it's going to happen and make sure it's not the person with the ball.
Yeah, so Ballista actually charging in.
He's gone too close.
Counter-attack from Mist declared there.
Okay, he doesn't counter-attack.
He decided to defensive stance instead, and pays off because there is 0 successes. Going for another punch again. Attack 6, needing 5s. Henry rolls 3, which can be a knockdown, and he takes the knockdown. No momentous, so still 2 momentum for Engineers, and nothing for the Union. And went there for Deadbolt onto...
So that was on Blackheart.
On Blackheart, so 3 damage to Blackheart, the knockdown condition, and a 2-inch push directly away.
So that puts Blackheart on 13 health.
Right, so that's pause of clock. End of the turn. A very cagey turn 1, not much done. Nice little bit of play at the end there from Henry to get 2 knockdowns out on the pitch.
Yeah. That's a 1 from
a
Henry,
1 from Henry
and a 3 from Lox.
But
Henry wins that on
momentum. Because momentous inspiration generated 1 from that shot. So, Henry choosing to go first.
What do you think the play is here? Do you think he just goes in, swipes the ball off Decimate with velocity and sits on it with Nimble and just makes an absolute pain? Do you think he goes for the Deadbolt on Decimate and hopes for a scatter onto velocity?
He's got his options open for him, hasn't he? I mean, it wouldn't be terrible to go with Ballista and get some momentum on the table and then Deadbolt over. Put up the minefield, lock people down, make Loxam scared of advancing.
Neither player seems to have gone for positioning to set up for winning this initiative roll.
No.
Like, it's kind of I don't want to say it's a nothing initiative roll, but it's definitely not one of those super critical ones because you're just looking at such a limbo table state.
Nothing's going to... Going first doesn't result in a goal or a takeout that we can see anyway.
players just discussing.
So influence is out on the table.
So we've got 6 on Blackheart, 3 on Decimate, 3 on Big Benny.
Is it?
No, sorry,
Harry.
that's 3 on Harry, none on Big Benny, none on the Snake, and is that just the single one on Mist? And then we've got... I mean, the way Lox lies out his horrible uncoordinated influence does make it easiest to see who's got what.
Velocity looks like she's going first.
Yeah, I assume that's what it'd be. With the close control, if you can strip that ball off, it just makes an absolute nightmare.
So Velocity charging Decimate. Lox, I'm going to declare anything?
Nope, just going to take it. Tackle on the 1. I don't think there's much you can do about it.
No.
So goes into base.
Yep, so Henry here rolling 7 dice, looking for 4s and 1,
and he
gets 2 net successes, which would be a momentous tackle and probably now acrobatics nimble. Or
just nimble, I believe.
Just nimble.
Just nimble. Only had 3.
Okay.
So he was really all in on that charge, getting the tackle. Yeah. Which you'd expect, but still not having a backup plan.
No. Besides, punch again.
However, it is interesting that Velocity is left engaging Decimate.
Yes.
Next to Blackheart.
Yes. I mean,
it's not the best place in the world to be.
No, Def 6 can get you out of a lot of issues, though.
And Rihanna. Yeah, I mean, I don't think any danger of death, but you just got that risk.
Yep. Just cutting over to the hall here, showing off how many players there are. Perkins, they're watching top table as it is now getting to that stage where...
Serious business
of wargaming kicking in.
And that is a room full of 116.
Serious wargamers.
Yep.
I say serious, some of them slightly inebriated.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Some of them have been continually inebriated through last night.
Yep.
All the way through today.
Looking at you, world champion Tim.
Yep.
Blackheart choosing to activate. So he's got to have his Shadowlight first.
Takes his Shadowlight
first. Remembered.
So he's not getting sucked into the Velocity trap.
Nope.
So he's going to just accept that the easiest way to get that ball off Velocity is to let Velocity win and just accept that he's probably got the better beatdown game, which I think is fair.
Yeah, so what are your choices here? Do you go after... I think you... Legendary and dodges.
He's Legendary to pull everyone around.
Yep, so
Benny goes into engage
Colossus. Yep. Harry dodging 2 inches forwards to engage Ballista.
I'm guessing the same from Mist.
Now, with Blackheart here, do you not think your better option is going after Harry? He's not activated yet, so he's not crazy.
Yeah.
You have 3s and 1.
We were talking about it in game 1, that psychological thing of the fear.
You've got 2 armor.
Sorry, not the fear, Rising Anger.
Yeah, Rising Anger. But you've got 2 armor. He is so unlikely to get that double push away from you. And even if he does, you've 2-inch dodge, you walk into base, and you just get to beat on him.
Just to keep yourself... If he declares the counter, you just make sure that you take the result that dodges... I mean, Blackheart's got a very dodgy playbook. You just ensure that you're in base contact.
Yep.
Granted, he did spend something to consider. It's unlikely, or is it even possible when he's got 2? So yeah, he couldn't even knock him down.
No. He's got 2 armor.
Because he's got the 2 armor. Yeah, I forgot about the 2 armor.
Yep. So Blackheart starting the attacks on Ballista here. So Ballista out for damage and...
So this is the safe play, but I don't know.
But for me, it's the tough hide. Like, Blackheart's not as killy as he used to be,
so
and he gets
3-1, so it's 3 successes in total.
3 successes.
Guessing he's going to take the 2 with the butchery, surely.
So double dodge, 1 damage, nothing happens, but he's got the double dodge, so he gets the momentum for it. But this is why Blackheart shouldn't have gone over into him. He should have gone for Harry in the first place. Captains being used are
Blackheart and Ballista.
Thank you. 8 dice now.
Rich did also have Season Brisket on his lineup, and Henry did have Pin Vice.
This time 4 net hits. He can take Butchery, which he takes. That's momentous.
He gets his Butchery. That's what he was looking for.
Yep. So now it becomes a little bit easier to start putting that damage on. However, Blackheart's momentous damage that you really want to be getting is quite high up the playbook.
Later on. That butchery is to set up for damage from other people as much as anything. I can't help but think that. Unless he starts taking the 1 damage double dodge and starts moving over towards Harry.
Yeah.
But that seems like you're too far in at this point to sort of change targets. We saw a weird case of changing, not focus firing your damage in the last round with Ed, and we saw how that ended up. So generally you want to be focus firing to get someone down. So he spent that momentum to stand mist up to get the additional dice.
Yep.
And he's got 3 influence left on Blackheart.
I believe he took the 1 damage double dodge there to get the momentum to do that.
I believe so.
Gets 5 net hits.
So now he's in big damage town.
Locks him. Got a choice now. There is a knockdown available to him as well. All the 3 momentous damage. Lister on 16 health remaining.
Is that correct? He's only taken 1. He should be on 17.
Yeah. So he chose to knock him down there rather than 3 momentous damage.
But Lister hasn't activated, so all this setup is just going to be undone.
Yeah, well, it does, but this allows Lox. Lox just got a god roll and got everything. He's actually wrapped here. So 3 up to 4. Back down to 3.
So a grand total of 4 damage, which by my counting takes him to 13, but Henry seemed to think he was on 16, so it'd be on 12.
Oh, quite a few 1s there.
That's a good roll followed by a poor roll. And he takes the 2 damage to put Ballista on to 10 health, assuming
Yep, that's what we've got on Henry's card as well.
Correct.
The butchery on there, making the rest of the turn quite scary for Ballista. Ballista will have to go
Harry
next,
with
though.
the 3 influence on him will go in and do work.
Locke's just there cheating.
Scumbag. So just to do a quick team recap for you while Henry's trying to make up his mind, we've got Rich, who is on the right of your screen, who is running Union with Blackheart, Coin, Harry, Mist, Benediction and Decimate. And on the left-hand side of the screen, you've got Henry with Engineers using Ballista, Mother, Velocity, Compound, Colossus, and Harry. And it looks like he's going for an activation with Harry to engage as many players as possible. And I believe he has gone crazy, and he's rolling his 7 dice, so that will leave Harry on 16 after going crazy.
And attacking who?
I believe Blackheart?
Can't be Blackheart.
No, it was not Blackheart. It was
Mist. He got 2 5s there, so 2 momentous push.
And now he's hitting Blackheart.
To disengage Mist, get the extra dice back in. Hitting Blackheart, so looking for defense 3 and armor 2. 2 misses, 2 off for armor, so 3 hits
in total.
at the end there for Harry. Knockdown potentially to get down the 2s.
He's gone to his token box and he's gone for a knockdown.
Yep.
Blackheart back on his bum.
Yep. Going again, this time needing defense 2 and armor 2. We see 2 misses and 2 armor, which gives him 3. Not what he wants.
It's not ideal on Harry's playbook.
No.
I mean, doesn't really get anything from pushing him around, but so he does just take the 2 damage, putting Blackheart on 11 health.
And that is Harry's activation over, I believe. And then he heals Ballista before.
So Ballista back to 14.
Spending 2 momentum. Locks him here, choosing to activate Coin. Did he dodge Coin 2 inches? I don't think he did.
I don't believe so. He gives Harry an additional influence, which puts Harry on 4 influence with an extra bonus time. Or free bonus time, sorry.
Yep. So. And then Coin just getting into position. Staying away from Colossus, I guess. Ballista up next.
Ballista activated.
Spends 1 to remove his knockdown condition.
Deadbolt on
2
Harry.
Deadbolt Harry. So
this could be some free momentum.
Free momentum for Loxham here. So 2 dice needing 3s. And he hits it.
Nails it. So Rich will get 2 momentum from Rising Anger. And Harry is down to 16 on the side of Locks as well.
Okay. So, an interesting one there. I guess that's just more to disengage Ballista from Harry.
I can only assume that's the case.
Because
I think he's just potentially going to be looking to walk Ballista back here, but I don't...
Yeah.
If he's not intending to do that, I'm not sure why he'd go for that deadbolt.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really gain you anything unless you're really concerned about the
Models
damage.
being knocked around all over the place.
And now Blackheart being punched by Ballista.
So looking at tack 7.
So yep, we'll be on tack 7 due to Harry.
Crowd out. Looking for 2 as he gets 3 and 2 off for armor. That's 2 hits. Not great for Ballista's playbook. More momentous pushes, I see, or 1 damage.
And the pushes don't really get him anywhere. Takes a momentous 1-inch push just for the momentum, but he doesn't actually move the model because he's aware that he won't gain anything
where he
from
wants
that.
him to be. 7 dice, all hits this time, so 5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Momentous minefield put up.
Momentous minefield. I can't help but think that if he had moved, that he should be taking those pushes to push him in to Harry so that the Shadowlight doesn't disengage.
Yep. 4 hits after that next dice roll. 2 momentous damage to Blackheart, leaving Blackheart on 9 health. And he pushed him there into Harry.
Yes.
And 1 last swing.
Gets 3 this time.
3 hits, another 2 momentous damage.
Which will leave Blackheart on 7.
Oof. Blackheart took a bit of a beat in there.
And Minefield is up.
Minefield is up. Scary times.
So if Harry... And he's also very cleverly there, blocked that charge lane.
Yep.
Harry does not have that charge lane anymore.
Need Mist to move out the way.
And if Mist moves up the way... How does the new Minefield work?
New Minefield, any models starting in advance or entering this aura as part of an advance suffer 4 damage. So you can still Shadow-like Acrobatic to get out of the way.
Okay. But Ballista is going to be relatively safe where he is now, which makes that butchery setup
a bit of a pain. But I guess the argument is that you could just go hit him, generate 1 momentum, and just heal. You don't gain anything, but you get your health that you lost back.
Yep.
And if that's worthwhile to get the extra crowd outs, which Mist might have done just there, Mist just took 4.
Mist has just taken 4 damage,
from the
which will
minefield.
leave Mist on 8.
Oh, sorry. And is making an attack. And the locks there just clarifying that this minefield does not affect dodges and pushes, like the old one used to. Locks hits the 1-inch momentous dodge, just generating momentum, providing the crowd out and getting out of Harry's way. Things not looking terrible for Locks currently.
Still very much in limbo. I mean, even if Blackheart goes down, which are looking at the activations and where the influence is, isn't likely.
No, there's no influence that side of the table left. It's all on Colossus. Mother can't do anything particularly.
I think they're on 5 momentum apiece, and you've got an activation from Decimate, which is almost guaranteed 3 momentum.
It's 6 dice.
And you've still got a 4 influence Harry activation with Colossus right there.
1 hit from Colossus against Benny.
Can only assume he's going to take a singled out.
Benny is poised, which I think Loxon may have forgot there.
I'm not sure whether he hit Benny or... So he did in fact hit Harry.
He was hitting
Benny.
Harry, apologies. Yeah. When the 2-inch widget doesn't go down, it becomes quite tricky when you don't hear them.
And that's that activation over. So you've got a lot of momentum. So this is likely going to go to a Loxum activation. He's going to win that initiative. He's got basically looking at the way the table is, he is looking at 7 momentum. They are 2 players that get momentum so reliably. It may not be the optimal result.
Oh, no, but
you'll get 7
he's going to go first and likely either kill Ballista or kill Harry.
Yeah.
I mean... So
I guess that depends on allocation, right?
Yeah.
And I'm guessing Henry's a good enough player to be aware of that, and he'll just allocate influence very spread to force a horrible choice.
So we have Desi hitting Velocity gets 1 hit, takes 1 damage, and a 1-inch dodge. Momentous.
Velocity down to 10.
That locks him on 5 momentum, reaching Henry's score. Attacking again on 5 dice because of cover. Gets another hit, that's 1 damage from Momentous. Chipping away.
So the interesting thing that's going to happen here is as Locke starts to tear away with momentum, you are going to see Henry take an activation and heal everyone up.
Yep.
And at that point, Rich can't do anything huge with the first activation. No. I'm assuming he's going to try and get that ball back off Velocity before Nimble's up.
Just to confirm there, Loxham's last attack also hits. That was 1 more damage on Velocity and 1 more momentum for Lox. So he is looking at 7 momentum currently.
And Velocity is on 8 health.
Yeah.
So Mother coming in, throwing down a burrow marker on Harry.
Block in Harry's charge lane. So Loxham here looking at Colossus with Harry so that he doesn't need...
I can only assume he's looking for momentum here.
Yeah. But he also doesn't have to move, so he doesn't need to spend his own momentum. And we didn't see Henry use Mother to heal anyone then, so his only activation left to heal someone is Compound.
Which I'm guessing all of those players are going to be within. The ones that he's going to want to heal are going to be within.
And the Ballista has been healed already this turn, so can't be healed again.
Did he heal himself?
He didn't heal himself. He used his... it was Harry used 2 to heal Ballista, and Ballista used 1 to remove the knockdown condition.
Okay.
So Ballista is capped at where he is. But he's got 14 health.
So depending on where this momentum goes... 14 health. Depending on where this momentum goes, I can't help but think it might be worth going to start walloping Harry with Harry.
Oh, yeah.
But you've got Minefield to be wary of.
For now.
So we've got some attacks going in on Colossus with Harry here.
So Harry there got 5 hits, and he gets...
I think he just knocks him down.
Just the Momentous knockdown. 1 off the Momentous knockdown with damage.
He's knocked him down, and then he's wandered over, so he's going to take 4 from Minefield.
Yep.
So he's on 9 health now.
Yeah.
After the 3 for going crazy and the 4 from that Minefield.
And just checking there to... So just paying attention to what's going on here.
So he goes in.
Oh, so there might have been a heal somewhere. Because Henry has just confirmed that he's on 3 momentum.
Okay.
So Loxham here knows he's generating momentum, so he's bonus time in this and rolls Hot Trash. 5 miss, 1 off for armor. Gets Momentous knocked down onto Ballista. Not ideal at all.
Still 2 attacks to go. And you're going to see some damage start to rail in now with that butchery up.
So 2s, he misses 2, 1 comes off for armor. That is 6 hits, which is his full playbook.
I'm guessing he's going to take 3 damage with a double push. Shove him towards coin, get some more dice.
Yeah, bring him in.
Or not.
Or not, just keep him where he is. What do we know?
What do we know?
And 2 miss there, 1 off for armor.
Another 6, so he might push him this time, maybe. Question mark.
That's 10 remaining, so there was a heal by the sounds of it.
Yeah. And now Rich spending to heal.
Loxham keeping himself +3. He might regret that, but he spent 2.
So he heals up Harry.
So he's got 6 left. Loxham's Harry just healed.
Okay,
sorry, it's getting confusing with all these Harrys.
It is getting super confusing. So Lox's Harry by my maths is now on 13.
I believe so, yeah.
No, does Henry start to send Compound in? No, he's still sticking him on goal,
keeping him within 4.
Which seems questionable to me. I'm not sure exactly why when he's got the ball locked down.
When you've got the ball, you could move forwards,
and get a crowd out
and just start being a pain.
Compound's a really good outfield player. Maybe he's happy to keep him as just an influence battery for the rest.
Yeah.
And he spends 2.
He can't heal Ballista. He can't heal Ballista for 4.
So...
there we go. And Loxham just calling up on that.
And Henry accepting that's what it was. Good observation from Loxham there, making sure that he's keeping his eye on what's going on.
Yep. Can be one of the...
And then he just chooses to keep the momentum.
Yep. Can be one of the trickier things is remembering who's heel
Especially
to.
when a heel comes out right
Henry rolls
at
a
the start.
6. Henry rolls a 6 and Locke gets a 4 and keeps it.
Okay. So Lox does win the initiative. It was a close one.
That was... he heard Locke's despair when he saw the 6. It's like, don't do this to me.
So the 6 plus the 3 takes him to 9, and Lox with the 5 rolled a 4.
Yep. No, Loxham has 6.
Sorry, Lox has 6, rolled the 4, so 10. Beats him by 1. So
the V and the I is 6 in Roman numerals.
I couldn't see the I.
It's difficult with a dice like that to guess it at first glance because you need to remember which side the I, pluses or minuses. Can we have an update, please, on the clock? We've just got our runner going over to try and bring it back into our vision so we can see the lights have made it polarized and sent it black for us. It looks to be like 26-26.
Yeah, I want to say
or very close to that, or
29,
29 because we're upside down.
So we've got 1 hour 8 minutes on the total play clock. Play clock is 1 hour 50 minutes in total.
Yes.
So there's been 42 minutes of the round. So 26-26 gives you 42. There or thereabouts.
Sure.
25 minutes ish.
You've just been shouting numbers at me. I have no idea what the trailer thought was there. Loxham has 21 minutes remaining, and Henry has 31 minutes.
So we were a mile
away. Yeah. All right. So Loxham allocating influence. Henry.
So I'm guessing
Loxham still allocating.
What does he go for here?
So how much health is Ballista on? Is on 10.
Ballista's on 10. Blackheart's on 7.
Well, it makes sense to go with Blackheart first. Generate momentum, heal, just to make that. Oh, we're off. So
that was Harry, I think.
No, he just Shadow Light with Blackheart.
Okay.
And he's starting to hit Henry's Harry.
Okay.
What's Henry's Harry on?
Henry's Harry is on 16, according to mine.
Yeah.
It may be 13 if I've missed a crazy.
Yeah. Rolling 7 dice against him, needing 3s and 1, and obviously Harry not responding with a counter attack because he just
wants him
doesn't
to do
get
some
anything.
Damage.
Oh, Loxham. Oh, he's knocked down. Ah, of course, Henry knocked. Oh god, all the Harrys.
Just so many Harrys.
It's getting ridiculous. Should we call him Larry?
Lox's Harry can be called Larry. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Lox's Harry equals Larry.
Larry the Lat.
Larry the Lat. So, Henry's Harry is Harry.
Yeah.
Lox's Harry is Larry. Right.
I don't think this is going to get any less confusing,
that's
actually.
Not going to stick. No, we'll scrap that straight away.
Ooh,
oh, one miss.
It's a pretty bad roll. And there's another one.
So
5 successes.
5 successes.
Another 3 damage.
4 health left. That has been a lot of attacks that we've... Oh!
That's
very nice.
Roll. And is that a wrap?
That's 2, 4, 6, 7 hits. That's a wrap. That
so
can
we'll kill him.
So, dead Harry. Harry.
So Harry, we're one down. One to go.
Richard Loxham, 2. Henry K, 0.
One Harry dead. One Harry killed the other Harry. Oh
shut
god!
Up. Just shut up. Let's just scratch that. Start again. God, even the players are saying Harry in the ears. This is so confusing.
Did he heal Harry at the end of killing Harry?
He's sick. Can Henry's be Carry the Cat and Larry the Lat? And can Larry use a lolly?
No, we don't need to anymore because one of them's dead.
Right.
Harry killed Harry, but did Harry heal after Harry killed Harry?
Harry didn't kill Harry. Blackheart killed Harry.
Blackheart killed Harry. Did Blackheart...
No.
I give up. I'm lost at this point. There's too many Harrys. It's too late in the day for this much Harry.
Yeah. Lox has got himself to 6 momentum, and I believe his last attack hit Ballista. Don't know what happened. One more attack coming in. And he knocks down Ballista. Wait, what?
So he heals. Okay, we got that he heals Blackheart, so Blackheart's on 11.
Yeah, I think Harry's still on the pitch. Look at this central one here.
So is that Ballista that died?
So Ballista died. Oh. Oh.
So was there a butchery in there?
There must have been. Sorry, everyone. We dropped the ball on that one, didn't we? Jeez. This Lox's team is so confusing with all these limited edition purple and gold models. They all blend at this top angle into one, so apologies for that. Henry's Harry has gone crazy and is hitting
10 health, I believe.
Puts him on 10 health.
No, 13 health.
13 health.
Wrong Harry.
And knocks down Blackheart. Swinging again, this time defense 2, armor 2. You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh, God, no.
All hits. That's 5.
So Henry just asked him confirmation on how much health Blackheart is on, and he is on 11 health. And he takes the 2 damage with the momentous push, which will put Blackheart on 9.
Yep.
No, it wasn't. Was it? Yeah, it was on Blackheart. So 9 damage on Blackheart.
And misses just 1 that time. So same again, 2 more damage.
Blackheart back to 7.
Yep, and getting pushed all over the field. Lox ask him, where are you taking him?
And
again,
another one?
And only 3 hits after armor that time.
So just the
2 damage, non-momentous.
2, which leaves Blackheart on 5.
Okay.
Could someone please score a goal?
Well, Velocity's still not nimbled, but it looks like Loxham's only put 1 on Decimate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming Lox has just accepted that there's going to be a goal, and that's the easiest way for him to get the ball back.
And until that happens, he'll just generate 1 momentum off for each time and chip away. So, Loxham's Harry had just went crazy. And Henry's Harry is on 14, just confirmed by Henry, because he must have healed at some point.
Yeah, sure.
Loxham spent 2 momentum to stand up Blackheart.
Is that some gamesmanship?
What?
He spent 2 to stand him up, now he can't spend 2 to heal him, and he's got 5 health left. Is that a bit of, oh, why don't you do this? From Henry.
It sounded like it, didn't it? Huh!
And that is a counter
that's a count. That's a rush keeper.
Just wandered straight into.
So let's see what happens. I'm expecting at least a 1 inch.
It's going to be a push.
It's going to be a 1 inch push, surely. Oh, Henry
roll.
rolling well, gets 6 hits,
6
which is a wrap
successes.
for compound. Ha! Wrap does 1 damage, which forces Rise in Anger to trigger.
Yeah.
2 inch momentous push. Yep. And away Harry goes to throw fire.
So I believe that's Harry on 9 health.
Yep, Larry. Loxham there, sigh of disbelief that he forgot about it. Now that's Harry with 4 influence, not
Doing
attacking.
Nothing. That was
That's a
silly.
Molotov and that's a goad, surely.
But who do you goad? What do you even...
Mother. Why not? Colossus, if you're in range.
Velocity, so she can't walk forward.
Yeah, velocity. It's the right call there.
Well, 1 dice on a 5. Right, maybe not.
Yeah.
It's the only one that actually has an effect.
So, Molotov hits Henry's Harry and hits Compound.
So they're both on fire?
That doesn't trigger Gluttonous Mass because it didn't target.
No, it's just
Compound.
an area. Targets an area on the pitch rather than a specific model.
Yeah, which is a common misplay with Gluttonous Mass. If you didn't hear that, that was 1 hour remaining in the round.
Locke's continuing to burn a lot of time on the clock, and he did go Mother. Maybe
maybe you overheard me.
Maybe Velocity's out of range.
Yeah.
Not certain.
Potentially.
Locke's burning through his clock.
Loxham needs to click his clock because he can't do anything further this turn. He has spent momentum to heal Harry, and he's forgot to click his clock. Has he?
Yeah, he may have clicked it. I'm not 100% certain.
It doesn't look like it to me. Oh no, he's got the purple tray, so yeah, it's fine. Velocity there. Acrobatic away, put up nimble. Shot on goal. And nails it just with a 2-1-1-5.
So that is 4 VPs to Henry K and 2 to Rich Loxham. And he opts not to dodge with velocity.
Loxham there, putting it straight back out towards Mist. Direction 5, distance 3. What's that?
It lands on Mist's head with a fortunate roll.
Yeah. It was 3 inches in the 5, I think that was.
So the compound thing.
Yeah, maybe.
You can't say it's a misplay, but.
No, you can't. So no Benny around to give a sprinting shot.
Is that the right call? What? So we got Rich on. Is he on 4 momentum up there? And Henry is on 5.
Yeah, 4 momentum.
So he is just going for the goal on the return.
Yeah.
Going for a 3-dice shot.
Keeps his neck out in front. I mean, there is the chance that Colossus then gets the ball and just scores.
There's that. It does go in.
He scores.
So it's a goal. So that is now 6-4 to Rich Loxham with a goal on the return.
Loxham is going to play knee slider, most likely.
So Huaya gets played onto Mist. So Mist now has a vengeance token, which will give him 4 net hits on his, not necessarily next, but on an attack against Mist. Yeah. And it looks like a knee slider was played. And he'll get to go 10 inches away because he's within 1 inch of the cover. Woo, and he goes right zipping across to get in that piece of cover, just to cover a bit more of the board.
And the vengeance token sneakily left behind.
Yeah, convenient.
Classic. So an interesting thing here is you're probably going to play Who Are You anyway, because you want to get the vengeance token out on a goal scorer.
Yeah, you don't want to bank on. You don't want to not play it because that would assume that would put out there that you're assuming you're conceding again.
Yeah,
which you probably don't want to, you know, put out there.
Assume that you're going to do.
Yeah,
but you should reveal it after knee slider because knee slider's the immediate, and then you respond with that. I think.
And.
Really make too much of a difference.
Resolution in the middle of the pitch. We're going to see a Mother goal. Are we going to see a Mother goal?
Webbing.
No influence on Mother, unfortunately. And Mother takes the ball. Or is that influence hiding behind her? He jogs towards Harry.
Which Harry?
Oh. Drops in next to that miss marker.
2-inch long legs. Oh, he's knocked down, so he can't collect it.
Down, can't pick it up.
Go, Benny.
Go on, Benny.
Go on, Benny, lad.
Just go and pick it up to be a pain in the bum.
5 momentum for Loxham. 6-4 to Richard Loxham.
Momentum-wise, I think it's 6 to Henry and 5 to Rich. But I'm not.
Tense game.
It is a tense. It's like suddenly opened up. It was so cagey, and then suddenly it's just burst open with.
It's something we've been talking about off stream, that we've been waiting for a game where a goal is scored and you have the immediate response.
You just get the immediate backwards forwards going.
And then now it's going to slow down again as the.
Well, Rich is in a position where he needs one more takeout, which is probably going to be on Harry.
Yep.
And then Henry. Basically, he's going to be at a point where Henry's likely to score again, which will put him on 8. Rich is going to try and hide the ball.
Yep.
He's going to get that kill, and then he's going to go for the goal.
Snake stutters forwards, snaps the ball, and he's going to, with bag of coffers,
and he's gone for the bag of coffers.
Choices on passing it.
I think you go for the pass to Harry and dodge him.
No. Oh. He's umming and ahhing about passing to space and passing to Harry.
It's got to be to Harry with a 4-inch dodge.
So he's bonus timed it, 2 dice.
Nails it with a double six.
Screamer pass.
It's
now,
not free
Harry
locks.
Doesn't get the free move. It's other friendly
free.
models. And
Henry calls him out on it.
Henry calls him out. Have Henry and Rich won all the games up to now? Yes, they have. So they are playing to stay in the running for the tournament.
Yeah.
Now, look, you spend that momentum.
It's not even a decision.
It's not a decision. You spend it. No, it's not a choice.
It's not a choice, Rich.
We need to be careful because it's not a choice.
It's not a choice here.
You don't even think about getting to Mist. You get to safety. Just get away from velocity.
Basically, he wants to be looking to come in towards this board edge. Yeah. And he's not. He's contemplating. The only time
there he is.
He's sending it this way. Just to get it out the way of any danger.
Yep. Oh, so.
Are we going to see a Harry goal? Big boy Harry goal.
Oh, could he get in range there? 7 inches.
I mean, he's at a point now where Rich essentially gets a goal, and then Rich just has to finish someone off.
Yep.
And
so, compound there.
Just walks over and engages.
Walking around to engage both Blackheart and Harry, getting him base to base, nice and snug.
Nice and snug. And Decimate's going to go and probably...
Could he have made it there if he was on fire without... Because he goes down to a 3-inch walk. That's very far for...
A slow boy.
I mean, he measured bringing him back and then ran forward. I think that was more than 3 inches. Yeah. But if both players are happy with it, we can't intervene. There is a judge on the table watching them, so... Colossus there, standing up.
Going to punch Benny. And Rich declares he'll take his free poised counter-attack.
Yep. Oh,
and that's a really poor roll, and he gets nothing on that initial attack. And then Benny is going to reply. There isn't really much the counter-attack can do here.
Well, he can put himself up to armor 4 for the next attack.
He's gone for a momentous knockdown, which was a peculiar choice.
So yeah, he has locks him there, takes braced to get +2 armor, so the next attack will be hitting defense 3, armor 4. And with attack 5, that is... Hit the spider.
And then walks around and he's going to punch the...
Punch the snake.
It's a snake.
Oh, he hits them all.
3 successes. Sorry, 2 successes.
So 2 chooses the momentous knockdown.
And then he's going to hit the snake again. I'm guessing he wants just anything that would be momentous here. But he does well with 3 hits. And he does take the momentous knockdown, 1-inch push. Very pushy.
Yeah, very pushy.
A lot of repositions in this one.
All right. Okay, so back to Decimate. Just getting the big old sprint, 9 inches, get up into Compound's face. End of the turn. So, both Harry and Compound burn and take 1 damage on Henry's side of the table. And it's an equal initiative roll, so very important. Loxham gets a 2, and Henry gets a 4. So Henry takes first activation, quite sensibly. We got Ballista returning to the pitch.
So Blackheart's probably going to go down here. He's only got 5 health left.
You should expect so.
How much does Ballista come back on with? 9, is it?
Ballista returns with 9, yes. Ballista there, walking back on, looking at Mist with that Vengeance token. That is a...
So we've got, to my calculation, Blackheart on 5.
Yep.
Coin still max health at 8. Harry on 9. Mist on 8. Benny on 19, Decimate on 14, and then on the side of Henry, we're looking at a Mother full health at 9, a Velocity on 8, a Compound just taken that 1 damage from the fire, putting him on 19. We've got a Colossus on 20, assuming my calculation is correct. Harry is on 13, and then Ballista has come back on 9. In terms of time, we've got 25 minutes on Henry's clock and 10 minutes 35 seconds on Rich's clock.
So Loxham there using his time to think this through. He is ahead, but only by 2.
Yeah, I mean I can only assume that he thinks he can close this out in that time, and he knows he needs a goal, which he's almost guaranteed to get a goal. It's whether he can get the takeout before he gets that goal.
I think with Henry going first and just seeing him put down the stack of 4 onto Velocity, I think we're going to see a Velocity potential acrobatic charge onto Harry, tackle the ball, kick it away. To deny the goal.
Quite possibly.
Potentially even up to Colossus.
Maybe a snapshot to Colossus, which means he can't score because then you're in big danger.
Yeah.
Harry's activated, he's gone crazy, and he's punching Blackheart. So by my maths, that leaves Harry on 10 health.
Yeah, this is Henry's Harry. The Engineer Harry. And yes, 10 health because he's just finished off his row on the bottom. Yes.
Finally got the health right.
And, oh.
It's not the best roll in the world.
2 net successes. Mentus pushes, or do you take the two damage?
Probably the
You
2
take
damage.
the 2 and
right?
just start it rolling, don't you?
Blackheart got any influence,
Unless Loxham declared a counter-attack. 2 damage taken. So
5 dice
Loxham here
counter-attack.
counter-attacking.
Big counter-attack. That's a double dodge out.
4 hits.
So he was contemplating the knockdown, then they had a discussion and realised the knockdown wouldn't really achieve anything. I might even go for the butchery. Get it on the table.
Yeah, before
Because Harry's going out.
Yeah,
Harry's your kill. That seems like the common sense choice to me.
2 damage butchery.
You've got to take that butchery.
Harry has not yet advanced.
No.
So dodges doesn't really help you.
No,
in the grand scheme of things.
I just think the common... Blackheart is going down.
Yeah.
The thing you want from Blackheart at this point in the game is butchery, and you've just been given it on a plate. You've got to take it.
Yeah. And this thought time is just ticking Lox's clock down.
Yeah.
Take butchery.
Just got to take the butchery with the 2 damage.
Take butchery, and then decimate, who's over there, just kills him.
Yep.
Just straight up murders Harry's ass.
Dodging.
So Rise.
So Henry entirely in Rich's head here. Henry said, "You're aware that if you take your double dodge, you will have to do damage," and Rich just took the single one. And I'm not. It's again like Harry is your easy kill here, and he's just been psyched out by that rising anger special rule.
We spoke about it in the past couple of games that just ignore it, accept it's going to happen, and you will get the kill. That's 2 damage. That takes Harry down to 8. Another 2 damage to Blackheart, leaving him on 1, and there's the kill. Unless he wants to farm. Death with momentum puts Henry on 2 momentum, and 6 all.
6 all on the scoreline. So he scores on the doors. Henry K on 6 VPs, and Rich Loxham on 6 VPs. And Harry jogging up, and it's finally happened. Harry is hitting Harry.
Punching himself in the face. 3s and 1, he gets 5 hits. And he's going to choose. Oh.
Henry just throwing some dice on the floor. He takes the momentous knockdown on the Harry.
And the ball scatters. Direction 6. Oh, directly away. Oh.
So judge being called over at this point.
No, don't believe so. So the question here to the judge was that the ball cannot be intercepted off of a scatter from Perkins.
Which
there.
I do not believe is correct.
Yeah.
I believe the only ones that can't be intercepted
goal kicks
are goal kicks
and central scatters.
Yes. I don't see any reason why that can't be intercepted.
Yeah. And Perkins there checking the ball path, making sure it doesn't hit the
obstruction
and stop, which will allow Compound to snap the ball too. The ball marker ends up there. Twitch chat, if you can get your rulebooks out, check that for us. That'd be nice.
Yeah, get your rulebooks out.
All right, Loxham there announcing decimate. 6 all.
So I think Decimate's going to go and scoop that ball.
Well,
I can't help but think that decision to not take that butchery is going to end up getting Loxham.
Yeah. So, decimate. Who is he attacking? I missed that.
I don't think he actually said who he's attacking. I think
it's either Compound or Harry.
And it was on Compound, and the
was on Compound
counter-attacks here.
I guess what he's looking for here is trigger Gluttonous Mass, bounce away, try to get out of engagement, maybe. But a 1-inch melee getting out of a 2-inch melee requires the double dodge, which is 4 hits, which isn't beyond the realms of belief. Compound can take the knockdown on the counter-attack, but he takes the 2-inch push, pulls him straight in. Yeah, so thank you. So, Borodam 22, when resolving a kick scatter, the closest model on the path may intercept. It's a standard scatter may not be intercepted.
Okay.
Thank you very much for clarifying that for us. So, Perkins there, rules knowledge, spot on.
So Decimate basically pushed back to just try and reduce her threat range to try and stop her. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure from where she is, she has range to swoop round and get that ball. She just needs to get a dodge to disengage.
But she needs the double dodge to disengage. And she's no longer in engagement.
Yeah.
So well, she needs because a 32mm base is larger than an inch.
So they're a 30mm base. You can't block a base with a 30mm base.
Oh.
That's against the laws of physics.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. She's got line of sight, but the bases are larger than an inch.
Oh, I'm there.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm back in the room.
Back in the room. Good.
30mm is bigger than an inch.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Regardless of the fact that she's a base.
But Compound has a 2-inch melee, so I'm...
Yes. So she needs to walk to get in, to then double dodge to disengage.
Is that Rich's Harry?
That's Rich's Harry.
Okay, I'm back in the room.
All right,
I'm getting so lost
we all
here. These Harrys.
So the way to quickly identify it, is currently Henry's Harry is on fire.
Is this Harry?
Yes.
In the middle of the pitch.
In the middle of the pitch is that one.
Okay, I'm there.
Real good.
I'm there.
Okay. I don't know what Lox's play is here though.
I do.
He's got 3.
You 1,000 cuts. Henry's Harry.
Yes.
But you should have taken the butchery.
Yeah, to make it 2 damage. And then you just murder him.
Yes.
Well, I think if you put butchery on, you just stay within Compound's zone, walk around, and just kill.
You maybe even do that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, Compound's on 19, Harry... to my calculations, Henry's Harry is on 10. If that butchery's down, with 3 influences, 9 damage, you need a spike on one of them.
Yeah. But butchery's not down. You can do 6 damage super reliably.
Yeah.
So Loxham here, biting into his time, trying to think of ways away.
So this influence hovering in the middle of the pitch is this Harry's?
So this stack to the right of
Decimate is Harry's influence.
Yeah. So I think Henry here, properly in Loxham's head, just really seeding ideas.
So I think he's going in on Compound, despite the fact that one of them's nearly dead and one of them isn't.
Again, we're seeing people splitting their fire. He's concentrating on the ball, trying to get there.
Yeah. It's easy for us to say. We're not in the situation.
We're not deep in the game.
We're nice and detached from the situation. There's nothing riding on our commentary.
Yeah.
And also we have a bird's eye view, which is not to be discounted.
No, very true. Loxham, stop wasting your time. You have to roll dice now.
So I think Lox has like 3 minutes left on his clock at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a guess, but I'm assuming this is at least a 7 or 8 minute activation.
Yeah. So start rolling your dice. He's got 5 dice because Compound is in cover and Harry is knocked down for Loxham. So he needs 3s, ignoring the armor.
This time in the tank is going to end up costing Rich this game.
Yeah. So 4 hits.
Yeah, 3
Loxham
minutes,
has 3 minutes.
Seconds.
Henry has 22.
22 minutes.
So 4 is the double dodge, but then he can't get anywhere with that. Loxham taking advice from Henry is a terrible,
don't
terrible...
take advice from your opponent.
Why would you do this, Loxham? You're being led. Second wind.
No, poor... These critical decisions that are being made, and Henry is so in Rich's head, where every time Rich makes a decision, Henry will sort of counter it with something else. Are you sure you want to do that? Because this happens. And every time, Lox is just like, yeah, okay, no, you're right. I'll do this instead. If he'd gone with that butchery and that counter attack,
we'd have a dead Harry.
And then just wandered around and started beating Harry, even with heals, with 3 influence, what looks like 3, even if it's 2 influence.
It was 4, because we saw 1 to pop.
No, I mean about the influence on Rich's Harry, just to finish off the other Harry.
I mean, Mist is there sitting on 4 as well.
And with 1 damage on the 1 on the butchery, that's 8 damage.
Yep.
And then he just needs a goal. And he's got full control on the ball. I'm just so confused by some of the decisions. Granted, late in the day. I mean, we're making mistakes with the commentary.
Well, you are.
I'm making mistakes with the commentary. Late enough in the day for me.
Yeah.
I haven't been sitting playing 4 games of Guild Ball.
Very true, very true.
So...
Someone's saying in the comments, I'm living rent-free right here, tapping Lox's forehead.
Yeah.
Living right inside his head. Yeah. Lox is being led astray here.
Yeah. And he's fallen for it, hook, line, and sinker every time.
And here's Blister going in on Mist. Has the Vengeance token. Gets 4 hits from just a regular punch.
Up to 8 if he wants it. He just takes the... I say just takes the 2 momentous damage.
2 momentous damage, 2-inch push, out of cover.
6 health left on that Mist.
6 dice now.
That Harry should be dead.
Oh, 3 more hits. 5 left on that Mist.
6 left on Mist.
Sorry, who's this then? Oh, that's Velocity at the back. Ignore me. Ugh.
And who's this?
That's Mist being hit currently with 4 health.
By who?
By Ballista.
Okay.
Ballista.
So another 1 damage, which does put Mist on 5. And a bonus time on the last.
Mist only has 2 health left. You missed the damage earlier.
Okay.
Oh! 2 momentous damage, that's a kill. So that is Henry up to 8 VPs versus Loxham 6. And
so now Lox can't score until he needs to hide that ball, and he cannot score until he's got the takeout that he should have by now.
He's going to start dripping VPs away, so I think he needs to get the goal, and he should have killed Harry.
Yeah. 4.
Right, so off we go with Harry. He sacrifices his move. Oh, look at that. Henry putting the decision back into his head, immediately says to Loxham. Loxham says, I'm going to stand up. He's like, do you want to spend momentum to do that?
Yeah.
Loxham goes,
just so in his head.
He's also playing the clock perfectly by going, do you want to do this, by the way?
Yeah, yeah.
And Loxham goes, oh, actually, I hadn't thought of that. I better
think
about it.
Bit of gamesmanship.
Oh, it is brutal.
Looking forward to berating Lox about this one after we finish. This will be a good one.
I can't wait for him to watch it back in the future.
And he tells us how wrong we are.
Yeah,
We were like, just watch it on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
You'll see what we were talking about. You see this point here where you should have done this, but you got psyched out of it and just took a 1-inch dodge?
Yep. Should have been butchery.
When instead
Harry
you had
should be dead.
Free influence on a butchery. Just a butchery for free.
Yeah.
Just a butchery free. Didn't take it.
It's so painful. It looks just move his Harry.
He's just moved backwards and forwards, doing a little shuffle. I don't really know what's...
I think he spent the moment. I think he took Henry's advice again.
Just wasting a bit more clock, isn't he?
Yeah. Henry suggesting the knockdown if you want it. Take
the knockdown.
Take
some time to get that token out for you.
Don't do the damage. Don't kill me. Why don't you knock me down? Oh, that'll make it easier on the next hit. Oh, Loxham.
I'm your opponent. I'm helping.
Yeah.
Really close game. Trust me. I'm helping you.
This isn't important to keep us in the tournament. Wink.
And he's finally done a bit of damage to Harry by the looks of it.
Yeah. And then Harry does 2 more to the Engineers.
Engineers Harry has 9 health, according to that card.
I think there was a heal that we missed.
There was a heal in there. It's getting to that frantic stage of a game where someone's clock's nearly out and all of that precision starts to become a bit questionable.
Go out the window. Look at him. He's reverted to the tape measure. Oh.
And he's just gone with a quick activation of Harry, moved him back, and then just gone, yep, over to you.
Do you guys think Henry's talk is all good and part of the game, or poor form in the middle of a game?
I think it's entirely fine because Lox is just getting. It's Lox knows what he wants to do, but then he's making him second
second-guessing.
guess everything, whereas the Lox should be able to just sit there and go with it. So
Loxham-
Lox has got 36 seconds on his clock, whereas, I mean, there's not even any point mentioning Henry. He's got like 20-odd minutes.
Yep. So, do you think it's all good and part of the game? I think when you start to get up to the highest tables, it is definitely part of the game. Is it a good part of the game? It depends on your views of how competitive you want your games to be.
I think a lot of it depends on a game-to-game basis.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely been... This game has felt a lot more competitive, and I don't just mean that on the players involved in terms of... But it's felt like a much more competitive game. It's the last game of the day.
It's been
kind of
super close
determines
the
your
entire
mood
way.
as you go into the next day.
Yep.
And it's been a lot more competitive, and there has been backwards and forwards, but Henry seemed way more confident than Lox the entire game.
I know Henry goes to a lot of Guild Ball tournaments, so he's used to this pressure, I guess, as it were. Whereas Loxham, back in his days of previous wargaming, did a lot of tournaments. Is used to being on top tables, but hasn't been for a long time. Yeah. And this is his one tournament this year for Guild Ball, I believe, that he's been to. First one.
That's correct. Yeah.
So it's that sort of that Icarus phenomenon where you've flown too high, you got too close to the sun, and now he looks like he's probably going to get burnt.
Yeah, I mean it's got to the point where I think it's the clock is governing this.
Rich drops him. Yeah.
Yeah, good old bit of Rich
good old
drops him.
Chenko. Hello again. Rich, shouldn't you be at a show, mate?
Should be at
Carronade. It's
in Scotland.
About 7 o'clock, isn't it? He's not. Oh yeah, he's not dropping. I doubt it. He's gone 3 and he's
dropping some TPs, but
dropping TPs. Yep. So thing is, he's got these trash activations at the end of his thing now. They're just VPs.
I mean,
it's
realistically, you want to be taking advantage of that time you got on your clock to extend an activation. So when you got 36 seconds, you want to be using your big influence activation, so it's a minute and 36-second activation.
There is 32 minutes left in the round, but we'll get there. Henry here just using activations, forcing Lox to
he's just
drip VPs
watching
away.
that clock go down. And Mother just wanders backwards.
Mother just doing what she wants. Pointing down nests willy-nilly. Not even measured anymore.
It'd be so much more interesting if we had seen Harry go down there to the point where Rich is in a goal, and how much that would change the complexion of what's going on.
Yep. Henry here wins initiative because he's got 5 momentum up on Loxham.
Yep.
So just auto wins. Loxham starting with 1. Who are our favourites to win? Well, for this game, Henry is the strong favourite to win. To win the tournament, I literally have no idea.
I'm not sure what the grand field looks like.
Nope.
In a 7-round tournament, it's kind of hard to get that picture.
Henry believes it's 6-all currently. 8-all.
It's 8-6. There we go. We finally got it. It's 8-6 to Henry.
Yeah. So we just got shouted over. Can you confirm? Because they've left right. It's 8-6
to Henry.
So a goal is not on the cards. A kill is, and then activation, strip away. Henry wins.
Well, Rich is actually going to have to rush his influence allocation that is on the clock.
Yeah.
So he's kind of getting that ready as much as he can now, but I'm not.
Well, surely you just put 2 on decimate so you can run in, shoot, score. You go second. You get that.
So.
You get to 10, and then you're just leaving yourself with a kill somewhere, and you can. That's a very quick activation.
And you can hear
Sprint
the clock
6
ticking down, and Rich's
accept the clock.
So the clock goes there. So Rich is now down to 1 minute activations.
Yep. Now the maintenance phase does not
concede a VP.
So Lox is probably doing the correct thing there of running his clock down now, so that he doesn't
just get it out the way.
Just get it out the way, and then you're on minute activations. And it also, very cleverly, because this doesn't concede a VP, gives Lox time to just compose himself, think, allocate the influence properly, and try to salvage the game.
Yeah, realistically, I can't. Essentially, what we're looking at here is Rich has to win the game within 4 activations.
Yeah.
And I can't see.
So Ballista is charging Loxham's Harry.
who to my math is on 9 HP.
Very likely kill with 6 influence.
Yep.
And that takes away the damage dealer in the center of the field, which could kill
So both Harrys are on 9 health.
Yeah.
To my maths. It's not the... That's a pretty good roll.
Oh, 7 health.
So Rich's Harry is on 7 health.
Yeah.
3 momentous damage when it's pushed, leaving him on 4 health. So at this point, you're basically
that
looking...
generates 2 momentum for Loxham that he's not taken.
It does. So he's just taken the 2 momentum
good.
So he gets his bonus time shot, but now he's basically assuming Harry dies here.
It's just
Rich has 2 activations to win, and I just can't see that happening. That's assuming... I mean, Henry might take the risk. Henry could kick the ball up and try and score for the win.
Yeah. Or just let the time do it.
Or just let the time do it.
Time is the safe play. He's going to push himself up to 10 VPs with this activation, and then it's 2 activations.
Henry isn't renowned for taking risks.
No.
He'll know what the likelihood and what the correct thing to do is.
He's a very safe player in his game.
I think this might be for the kill.
I think he's farming momentum.
Yeah.
He's got 18 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
Which is all this time is giving Lox time to think, which Loxham needs to do.
I don't think any amount of time in the world gets Lox out of this.
No.
I think had he, as we keep coming back to, it was the Teddy, if he'd taken that butchery, then this is a different landscape.
The butchery attached to it is 2 damage, so that would have taken him to 8, which is just decimate.
Yep.
You don't even need butchery at that point.
Yep.
But that's 3 influence from decimate, and then you got 1 to do something if you want it.
Yep. And butchery is kind of one of those statement of intent plays.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you got butchery. You know what I'm going to try and do now. You've got to work around that,
Yep.
which then forces Henry to think. Whereas Henry was never forced into a situation where he had to worry about anything there.
So
Harry goes
just
down.
confirm there. Loxham's Harry went down. Henry K is on 10 VPs.
And we're assuming Lox is now just going to go in with Des. He doesn't have time to do anything else. He's just got to go in, try and get the goal, just to save face on a 12-10.
Yeah, you can say he did better than Artie.
Yeah. And I was correct.
Oh, no, he's not going to do that. He's not chosen to activate him. Loxham, what are you doing, pal? Didn't put his model on the full place.
Oh, another one who didn't put the model on, then jog. And if he had done it, he'd now be in range.
He could go kill Harry.
And then go and try and score. And win. In those 2 turns.
If he'd have just
placed his model properly.
And there's actually nothing Henry can do about that.
But these are those sorts of mistakes you make when your clock's burning out.
When your clock's gone. And after that, there's literally...
He's going for the bonus time shot, and he's managed to get it in. And that is 10 VPs to Loxham.
He ends his activation and concedes a TP.
And then that will go... So it's 10 there, and when his activation's over, Henry will go to 11.
Henry's on 11 now.
So Henry is now on 11 due to the fact that Rich has clocked out.
Yep.
So Rich has 1 activation to win the game, which might have been there.
It was there.
Assuming he could get Harry dead in 60 seconds with 6 influence.
Harry was on
9 health.
9, potentially 13. Blackheart charges in.
But I think Blackheart would have gone for that. If he was in range, you'd have gone with that Blackheart first.
Yeah. I'm more just thinking through what the likelihood of it. So 6 influence. You charge in, you get 2, so down to potentially
7.
I'm assuming he healed.
Assuming he healed.
Assuming Blister healed him.
So that would be 13. I don't think that's happening. And that is game.
That's game.
There.
I know it's very possible. Very possible.
So, there we go. We've got... So basically what Henry is just discussing through at the end here, he's saying that had Rich been in range for the Blackheart kill at the end, then the play Henry was going to go for was activate Compound, throw up the Horrific Odor, just to make everything with Decimate a bit more of a pain.
There wasn't enough influence on Decimate. Loxham's influence allocation, firstly, he should have checked, he put his model on properly. give Blackheart 6.
Yep.
Give Decimate 4.
Yep. Because they're your two pivot. They're the only two players that matter.
Two things that have to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
And giving those two the full just gives you the options, if nothing else. Don't try to be influence efficient at this point when you only have 2 activations left in the tank.
You throw everything. It's like you look at similar situations where you've got like your honor harmony activation linked when you're trying to close a game out. Do you think about those 10? No,
it's just 10.
Just throw it out there because they're your only 2 models that matter for the rest of that turn. Turning point, in my opinion, as we've kind of said multiple times now, it wasn't taking that butchery on that counter-attack, getting psyched out by the rising anger. Yeah. And I don't know how much of that was Henry's part.
Yeah, I mean...
He reminded him that rising anger was there, and Rich was just so scared of allowing that rising anger to go through.
I think there is definitely something to be said about Henry suggesting to his opponent.
Yes.
Even though he's just giving him all the information and all the options,
it's almost that whole "it's not what you said, it's the way you said it" thing, right?
It is. And Henry's a very good player. He made no mistakes himself, really, that I can see in that game. There was no glaring error.
No, I mean the big error, the one that was kind of the turning point, was that compound countercharge.
Yes.
In turn 2, Harry went in for influence and got nothing.
Again, that was Loxham's mistake. So I think we can put that game down to 2 mistakes from Loxham, countercharge doing nothing from Harry, and not taking 2 damage butchery, which pretty much just guarantees Harry's.
And then
death.
Consolidated by the not taking the time to position Blackheart properly when he came back on.
Especially when he had all the time in the world, because he was in his maintenance phase.
Just to ensure that he could get that kill.
3 mistakes there, potentially costing Loxham the game.
Yeah.
Well, what can you say? Well done to Loxham, well done to Henry. Henry progresses through to the next stage.
It was the closest, in terms of how close the game was, it was very close. It was definitely a lot more tense than any of the other games that we've seen today, on the stream at least. So cagey at the start.
So very cagey.
Then suddenly exploded.
Yep.
And then it was just a tale of the clock.
Yes.
You could tell that Rich wasn't really sure what to do with the situation. Now it was back in that cagey element, and he knew he didn't have the time to try and
get back
dissect what was going on, to try and piece it together.
Like I said at the beginning, muscle memory react to things like, what will Harry do? Harry can go in, hit this. That's reliable. Oh, I've been countercharged.
Yeah. And it's just those tiny mistakes. And you could notice from the start as you watch the game through, everything pre-measured, everything's so careful. Clock starts to tick down. You start to not pre-measure things. You start to forget things. Things that you know are rules. You know they're things that happen, but it's just when the clock's on,
you've got to...
It's like another piece of advice when you're playing in a tournament. Ignore the clock.
Ignore the clock.
Just ignore the clock. Because if you're going to lose on the clock, you're going to lose on the clock whether you're aware it's there or not. Just play as you normally would. Just ignore the clock. It's not relevant. Because you could tell there was a turning point where Rich was
when he got 10 minutes down, and then suddenly everything just started to go wrong for him. Okay, I think we'll wrap this game up there. We need to get ready for the Q&A later on, and pizzas are arriving imminently, and I am hungry.
And I am sick of saying Harry.
Yeah.
I suspect we're going to see a lot more Harry tomorrow.
Larry the Lat.
So just to get everyone that wants to watch the stream tomorrow back in, we'll be back tomorrow from 10 o'clock again, I believe. Is that BST?
10 o'clock BST for the Game 1 tomorrow, and tonight in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half's time. Keep an eye on our Twitter and Facebook, as we'll definitely be posting links to that. Make sure you join us for the Q&A with Matt Hart and Rich Loxham, and quite a big announcement.
There is quite a big announcement. And tomorrow, in terms of what's going to be on Table 1, as we said in the first game, today was very much, we were kind of just putting random players on there, trying to get a good spread of teams so that it was nice and entertaining and you weren't just seeing the same matchups over and over again. We say after seeing Engineers and Union, after the first match was Engineers and Union. But anyway, tomorrow it is going to be whoever is on the top table according to the tie-break rankings. So tomorrow it's going to be the serious business time.
A lot more and probably more intense versions of what we just saw now. So be sure to join in to see some high-level Guild Ball play tomorrow. And some
low-level Guild Ball commentary. So I think that's enough of us.
Yeah.
And we shall see you
later tonight, maybe.
Yep. Thanks, guys.